welcome to the channel. I'm Tattoober, and this is the Build a World Challenge. I'm going to go through the PDF here in this little reader that I have here and give you guys an idea of how this is played. We'll skip the introduction. Basically, what this says is that, well, you create two different types of things in the game. You create household lots, and you create community lots. So by building household lots, you upgrade your Sims, their aspirations and their skills, and you use those two factors to start building community lots. Community lots are unlocked. You unlock more households that you can play. And the goal of this is to fill up all of the worlds, starting with either Oasis Springs or Willow Creek. We're going to start on Willow Creek because it's the first one in the list. And we'll go from there. But to start out, when you initially create a household and create a sim, you can make them however you'd like, but you must not have more than 2 sims, including your pets, in a household. You need to unlock the occult sims, so you can't start with them, but you will be able to make them eventually, which is pretty cool, because I have a lot of occult sims with the mods that I have. So, we'll work them in with the other occults, because this is kind of a set style of play. It comes with a groovy PDF, which I can show you here. And this spreadsheet here allows us to track all of our Sims progress. And you go from all your skills and you go across and you have to keep updating this, but it'll automatically calculate what you unlock. And you have to unlock careers before you can get a job. And you have to unlock, your aspirations. Some jobs you have to have the aspirations to do it. Some jobs you have to have certain skill levels to get. But this here, you go through everything your sim has completed as far as organizations, activities, aspirations, careers, and skills. And as you unlock this stuff, you'll unlock more things like the community lots, which are here. And it tells you here, like, a hospital, you have to have 20 babies in your world, altogether worlds, to make a hospital community lot, okay? So the laboratory, you have to have a Renaissance sim. Police stations, you have to have 3 sims max out the mischief skill to build a police station. And they just go on. There's all kinds of community lots here, and we have to build these individual lots. So I like the idea of all these different lots, and you can build them on any of the maps as long as you've unlocked the map. So as it shows in the world at a glance, Oasis Springs, Willow Creek. I'm going to do Willow Creek first. So I start off with 4 households, no community lots. When I get to 2 community lots, I can build 4 more and have a total of 8 households. And then I can build up to 5 community lots. Once I get that, I unlock a total of 12 households. And then I get work towards building 9 community lots in total. And then once I do that and have a community garden, I finish Willow Creek. All the spots on the map will be filled. And then I can move on to doing Oasis Springs. Now, I don't want to play this and neglect my Willow Creek households, so I will still play them, and I'll play my Oasis Springs households. Now, one good thing I found in the rules with this is that you can switch between cities. So if I have like a main family, like my founder family, is kind of the way I want to do it, and I'm going to move them along with me to the different areas. And then the one household that I would unlock, I would just put back in like Willow Creek to fill that lot up so it's still full. Within the rules, it says that's applicable. So I'm going to do it that way. That way I can carry my one main family around. That's going to be my main people, And I'm probably going to end up leaving them in the celebrity area, which I don't remember the city. I think it's Salis De La Sol Valley right here, Del Sol Valley. That's where the celebrities and stuff are. I'm pretty sure that's where the celebrities live, is Del Sol Valley. So I'm gonna end up bringing them there. There's a side city. Majority of these side cities we can start at any time we want to, as long as we've unlocked the requirements to do so, which there's not much. But there's in the rules, it runs down through and gives us all that breakdown. Let's jump back over the rules. I can kind of go through those. This is just an introductory video. I want to try to keep all of these videos. Sorry, that's my Sims map. Back over here to the reader. Now, we'll continue. Growing your household, there's 3 ways you can do it. You either move in a spouse once you're engaged, so you can't just move them in. You have to get engaged before you can move them in. So that's another tricky situation because you got to make them like you, right? You can give birth to children, so that can increase your household size, of course. And once you've unlocked the adoption service, which we find in that Excel program, the spreadsheet, it tells us where we can do that, as well as this rule sheet. But the spreadsheet's a little bit more condensed, and it makes things a little bit easier to grasp. So you have to unlock being able to adopt kids. You have to unlock being able to adopt pets. You have to unlock being able to call maintenance or hire a nanny or get daycare. You have to unlock everything in the gameplay. The only thing you don't unlock is what you can straight away walk and do. So unlocking more households, I already explained that to us. Once we create more community lots, we unlock more households. So that's it. Make 4 families, unlock lots, upgrade more families, open more lots, and so on and so forth. Then, if you want to move one of your Sims out of a household, you may separate them at any time in the household management. However, they cannot be placed on a lot until you have unlocked a new household. So, like for this first one, we have to have 2 community lots before we can unlock another 4 households. So, we'll have to do it that way. And then, finally, when you've completed a world, you can continue your next Sim to unlock community lots in your next worlds. So, you can always go back and forth, and so on and so forth, and keep playing. The challenge setup here, before you begin, bulldoze every lot in every neighborhood, which you have already done. I actually just got a save file that has already had everything deleted to save me a little bit of time. It was quicker to download it than just delete everything. But we have chose a long lifespan and set aging to active household only. So let's actually let's jump over to Willow Creek where we're going to start. I want to make sure before we continue. So we got gameplay, allow this, autonomy, full, that's fine. We want to go auto age on only active household. That's what it says. We're not auto aging unplayed households. We got a long lifespan. So far, we're within our realms of the rules there. So let's get back to the PDF file. And it says, now we're here down to the rules. It says, you create 4 households to start, 2 max Sims each, and start your world, see below. So we're going to be working on that in the next episodes. I plan to dedicate an episode per family. Because like I said, I want to try to keep all these episodes about 30 minutes or so. So we'll create 1 household per video and get them on their lot. I'm going to try to record everything for this gameplay so nobody misses anything. But there may be some things I do offline, but I'm going to try not to do very much offline because you end up missing a lot. And the previous series I've been working on, Apocalypse Life, it's just kind of got done too quick, and I'm kind of bored already. I'm only 6 episodes in, but I've been putting like 12 hours a day into that game for the last week and a half almost. And there's not much more I can do other than grow the family and, pick tomatoes. So I think we'd be better off starting a series. I'm still going to play that series. I want to keep it going, but I'm not going to upload every day with it. I'm probably going to upload once or twice a week. I'll play that family, but I removed a lot of the mods from that pack for this pack, this game. So I have to move the mods back in, play that, take the mods back out, play this, which isn't that big of a deal. I kind of got it all organized by folders, so it's not that hard, but I'll keep both series going. But this one is going to have a lot more content and a lot more videos, and I'm going to put a lot of focus into this one because this is going to take a long time to complete, and I'm really excited. So either don't use any cheats or mods in your household that make gameplay easier, which we haven't done. We have a lot of mods that do random things, like add occults, different skills that we can get, like a canning skill and hunting skills. We can go hunting for meat. I guess the hunting one technically makes it easier because we get meat by going and hunting, but we're not just picking up meat. We have to send our Sims out to hunt to gather meat. So that there is it's a work for it kind of thing, not a go for it. But I have a candle making station where we can make candles. I have soap making. I have mods for turning the wool from animals into yarn, so we can use that for like crocheting and knitting and stuff like that. So just some more implements to give us more stuff to do and make each individual household a little bit more interesting. But I also have a mod that adds 100 new traits, which we'll get into the households later, but I think I'm going to randomize the traits so that we don't have like predetermined, you know, Sims. We might change some for the first couple households because I kind of have an idea where I want my people to go, these Sims to be. So we can start unlocking some things, but we'll see what happens. If we get lucky, we get lucky. If we get unlucky, we might talk about changing it, but that'll be later on. Let's keep getting into these rules before I run out of time on this video. So you can download any content from the gallery if you like, but if you download Sims, make sure they don't already have skills, unearned careers, clubs, or etc. So I did download some Sims, but they're all townies, and I don't plan to bring townies in to the family. I might, but I downloaded a bunch of townies. That way we have, we don't see all the normal people that we normally see. We're going to see new original players and characters that are kind of set and fit for the game. So I think that'll be a little bit more interesting, give us a different vibe here. And I've invited everybody from the Mod The Sims community to send me townies if you want to. And I'll extend that here as well. If you want to add a townie to my worlds, so they spawn randomly into the world and see if we can meet them at some point, just post a comment on the video you're watching and let me know your gallery name for The Sims 4 and tag it with hashtag MCCC_include. And then I can find it. There's not a whole lot that are in there. I have most of them already. So if you add something with those tags, I'm sure to find it. So your Sims may not use any locked services, join any careers, attend invites, or go to festivals until they've all been unlocked. So a list of what is locked and how you unlock it is found below. For invites, once it has been unlocked or built, your Sims may attend and invite those to those lots, or so on and so forth. So we can't go to like the Hijinks Festival because that's not in a world we've unlocked yet. So right now we can only play in Willow Creek. Anywhere else we can't go. And there's only one of each community lot type in each world. If I unlock another community type, we can put that in another world, but I can't put like 2 gyms in Willow Creek. But I can put 1 to Oasis Springs and 1 in Willow Creek if I'd like. And they all count as individual lots, but they have to be unlocked again. So when 3 Sims meet the fitness skill, I can make a gym when you get level 10 fitness. So I would have to get 6 to level 10 in order to get 2 gyms, and so forth and so forth. So it's important to note that a challenge expands from the first lot types in-game, which gives us rules more flexibility. For example, you can have both a fishing spot and a community garden in the same world, even though they would both be considered a park. But I can't have 2 fishing spots or 2 community gardens in the same lot. So you don't have to build everything you unlock. You can hold off some. If you don't want to play it, you don't have to. So that's easy enough to beat. But if I want to unlock a service like send to daycare, I must build or place a daycare in order to do so. That way they have somewhere to go. So we got to keep realism in here. You can build a community lot again if you unlock it again, as long as it's in a different world. We've already said that. So let's just go ahead and keep reading here. You may move households to different lots if you need to rearrange things or move to a bigger lot as they earn more money. Just make sure you bulldoze their old lot and replace it with another unlocked lot. So there can't be anything on it. If we move a new family in, they can't just move into the house. They have to move into an empty lot and build it from themselves. So can't leave anything behind. Sims may travel to any bulldoze lot for any collecting purposes. This is the reason why it's good to bulldoze everything beforehand. Household-owned lots, businesses, must be owned by a household, but you may use money cheats to build them. And I'm just kind of paraphrasing this because I kind of read this like 7 times already. So if you use money to build your community lot, like a business lot or so forth, it's a NPC lot. You're not allowed to play it. So it says you can build it with it, but it says alternatively, if you want to use it for a business or income for the household, you may not use money cheats for the lot. So that's the catcher. If I want to do like the mother load and give me a couple $100,000 to build a big, household owned lots / business like a retail or anything like that, a restaurant, then I can't use it for income. But I have to use my money if I want to use it for income. So you got to earn it if you're going to play it. Otherwise, it's just a lot that's there and you own it and you can build it, but you can't earn the money from it. So we'll do it the real way. That's my plan. So you may use lot traits on any lots. Community lots have whatever traits you'd like. If you choose to use traits on household lots, they must have at least one lot challenge as well. If you don't want to have a lot challenge, you don't have to add traits to the lot. So if I fill the 3 lot spots for the traits, I have to have 3 challenges as well. So that's what that kind of says. And then it says if you have this pack or this pack or this pack, you can feel free to use them. Can't do any clubs except for in Windenburg. You can't join clubs. So we're going to skip that until we get to Windenburg later. You may not attend university until you unlock the Brightchester section for the map. So that's later on too. I think you just have to get rocket science and I forgot the other one, but we'll get into that later. We don't want to go too much into detail. We'll unlock more as we go. So you may decide when you get up to an infant, a teen, Sims, etc. You can choose to wait for their birthday or become an A student or whatever you need. Because you got, in order to unlock the high school and whatnot, you have to have 3 A students. So to build a high school, so you can play the high school years pack. I also have a mod that plays in elementary school, so they can go to school as kids too. So, and I also downloaded a preschool mod. So toddlers can go to preschool. They just kind of disappear into the rabbit hole and go to preschool and come back, and they get smarter. The children can go to elementary school, and then your teens can go to high school. And we can actually go to school and do their school day with them. So I thought that was kind of cool with all the grades and get them to go to school. I couldn't find anything playable for preschool, so they just rabbit hole that journey. And I'm going to use the same rules for the elementary school, as in get A students in order to unlock the elementary school lot, and then the same thing with the high school lot. So they're going to go side by side. I can do either one of them, but I'll have to get 6 students to have both schools. So I'll probably end up doing the elementary school and then the high school, so we can play our playthrough a little bit better. So here's kind of a quick how to unlock this. We won't go through this. I'll have this in the description below. You can have the links to get to this pack and find out about things and read this yourself if you want to do the challenge. But we'll just kind of scroll through a few of these. Like an actor, you have to have a level 1 acting skill, or 1 max, so level 10 acting skill if you want to be an actor before you can start that career. And then same thing with athlete. You got to build a gym or a fitness studio. for either bodybuilder or pro athlete. So in order to get a gym, you have to have 3 people max out fitness, and then you can build a gym. Once you build a gym, you can be an athlete career. So that's what I was saying, where like this unlocks that and that unlocks this. So as you go through here, there's all kinds of different deals you can do. Some of these are easier, some of them are going to be harder, but we'll figure out all of these. So this is our careers. And then we have our creative sims. We have to complete a scientist career to be an alien, complete the conservatist career to be a mermaid, create the complete Glimmerbrook to be a spellcaster, complete Forgotten Hollow World to be a vampire, and complete Moonwood Mill to be a werewolf. Now, I have another werewolf mod that we'll use, but we'll follow the same rules there. I have a mod that gives us fairies, and we'll use that with the spellcasters. Once we complete Glimmerbrook, God, I can't speak today. Then I can create any of them because they're all spellcasters. There's fairies and witches, so we'll run them with the spellcasters. And then I have nothing special for vampires. Mermaids, I have an extended mermaids mod, which gives us 3 different mermaid types we can do. And then aliens, I have a small alien mod that gives us more abilities, but it's nothing fancy that's going to change the game at all. The only other mod that I have is plant sims, and I haven't figured out what we want to do about plant sims, but I think if we get to the point where we find a way to make a plant sim, we're just going to have plant sims. I think unlocking it through the game is just as difficult as completing any of these tasks, so if we get into the Sylvan Forest and get what we need to do the plant sims, then we will do that. So that'll be later on. So community lots are unlocked just by completing parts of your family as far as aspirations and skills. So there's not much to that. So it's the same thing here. You want 20 babies, you want to build a hospital. If you want an arcade, 3 teams meet computer team, captain rank. 3 sims max the bowling skill if we want to build a bowling alley. Which I'm not sure how they would get a bowling skill without a bowling alley. Unless we build it at home. And we can visit each other's houses. So, I mean, that's an option. There's ways to do it all. So, we'll keep going. Teen hangouts, wedding lots, there's all kinds of lots. So, like, the beach is 3 fitness, the gym is 3 fitness, so we can actually unlock 2 different community lots by maxing our fitness skill. So that's pretty good. That might be something we work on right off the rip. I'm thinking fishing and gym is going to be my main things I work on, and we'll figure it out. As we create the sims, we'll get there. So we're still on community lots. We're still on community lots. Community lots. Okay, services. We have to build a vet clinic to adopt a pet. We have to build a city hall to adopt kids. Attend high school and after school activities. We have to build a high school. So like I said, we're going to follow the same rules as elementary. So we have to have an elementary school to attend elementary school. And then so on and so forth. We have to build an auditorium lot in order to have high school events. We have to buy a horse to build an equestrian center lot. So that's actually probably one of the easiest lots to get. Either we'll keep going through here. I got like another 5 minutes. And I want to try to get, like I said, in 30 minutes. So Brightchester with 3 robotics and research and debate. We can unlock Brightchester. And we can go to university as a young adult. So that gives us our other, so we can go all through elementary school, high school, and college with our Sims. So that'll be pretty fun. And, you know, make cool Sims. Della Soul is free to start. Glimmerbrook is free to start. Tortosa is free to start. So we can do any of those at any time. If one sim max out vampire lore, we can start Forgotten Hollow and bring vampires into the game. If somebody completes a werewolf initiate aspirations, we can do Moonwood Mill. So those are kind of the side worlds. They're easy to do. So once we create more families, we can create, these other occults. And I'd like to fill the world with occults. So I think once we get with like uh the first two cities, the beginner cities, once we finish those, I think we'll start working on like Glimmerbrook or uh Moonwood Mill. I might do the Werewolf Initiate aspiration on one of our Sims to be able to open lock Moonwood, but there's more rules for all of that, so we don't want to go too far. So these here, what does this unlock? So if you get athletic skill, it tells us what we get that. Creativity unlocks this, and so on and so forth. Uh, Actor careers, any of these careers unlock these buildings and lots and Sims and so on and so forth. So there's all of that to get through. So we have to, some lots we have to get collections for. That's going to be the harder one, is collecting stuff to get these other buildings, which is going to be kind of cool. So we have that stuff to work on as well, is collections. And then these different community lots do other jobs. So we can unlock different careers and stuff with our community lots, which is pretty good as well. So university organizations unlocks different buildings. After school activities unlock more buildings. And our skills unlock the careers. So these are kind of those things. And then special achievements. So 10 community lots, we can build a city hall lot. 20 community lots, we can build a city center lot. And that's when we can adopt kids and do things like that. We can build a cemetery with 10 deaths. We can build a funeral home lot with 5 deaths. There's all that kind of fun stuff. Special lots. These kind of, like, to get famous studio lot, you have to have at least an active actor career. Will not count as this lot challenge because it changes every time you visit. So, like those ones, they change. So, excuse me. We'll keep going. To get to work lots, your hospital, stuff like that. But in order to unlock that and go to work, you have to unlock the hospital, the laboratory, and the police station before you can get those jobs and have them placed before you can go there. So secret lots like Sylvan Glade and Forgotten Grotto can be traveled to as normal without any restrictions and do not count towards your community lot total. So those are those lots. So those are kind of fun. The Realm of Magic is a side world, Glimmerbook for that, and so on and so forth. And then we have a Horse Sanctuary, Copperdale, Residential, Rentals, and Tortosa. These are all unlocked by their things. We don't need to go into those right away. And then this is where we go with our worlds. It explains everything for every world, which is really simplified in our PDF file here. And this kind of gives us more of a look on this as far as our unlock tracker here for what buildings we have. The sim tracker will tell us all of our stuff here. We got a club tracker and a world at a glance. So this kind of gives us that idea there. So we still have to have the first community lot for Oasis Springs has to be a fishing spot. And that's going to be the second map we do, since we're starting on Willow Creek. Let me jump back to the PDF. So we're going to start on Willow Creek. So our first community lot has to be a community garden park. So we'll have to build that. Once you unlock and build this, you may unlock whatever community lots you wish. So we have to work towards a community garden, which I think is 3 people getting a gardening skill, which is good because Willow Creek already kind of has a community garden area. So it shouldn't be too hard to accomplish between that and fishing. So with that, this rest of this just goes on to the different areas, how to unlock them, what you have to do to unlock them. There's no order we have to do them in other than we have to do easy, then intermediate, and then difficult, and then destination worlds. But altogether, that's it. So when we talk again in the next video, we will be here and I will be creating our first set of Sims to jump into this world. So if you're excited about this series, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your all thoughts. And we will go into the next episode. Probably going to start recording once I end this one. And we'll start recording our families. So in the next video, I will see you then. Please like this video if you want to keep watching this video series. Subscribe if you will. I want to try to get to 100 subscribers. I have 28, so let's see if we can hit that 100 mark. And yeah, share it if you want to. But I will see everybody in the next video. Thanks for stopping by. Stay blessed, everyone.